Sweet 16. The glass is already cracking, and Ole Miss is still in the ballroom. They weren't even supposed to get an invite. 5.5-point dogs against Iowa State. What did they do? Dropped 91 on M. That's not an upset. That's a hit job in broad daylight. Now they square up with Michigan State. A 2 seed with a badge, a brand, and a coach who's practically got a timeshare in March. But don't let the name fool you. The Spartans, they've been living soft. Didn't have to face Marquette. New Mexico took care of that. Didn't have to worry about Iowa State. Rebels already dragged him out back and handled business. So yeah, Michigan State's been cruising, but Friday night, they meet a team that bites back. Sean Padula is the name. 6'1". Senior, smoother than Jazz and twice as deadly. 83 made threes. That's 29 more than any Spartan. Shooting 39% from deep. He's their leading scorer at 15.2 a night, and he's not just cooking. He's serving dishes late, 3.7 assists per game. And pressure. My man hit a buzzer beater in the SEC tournament like he's got a contract with destiny. Then there's Brakefield, off the bench. All muscle, all business. Murrell flying high at 6'4". Deer throwing weight around like a wrecking ball in sneakers. 6 guys in double figures. That's not depth. That's a damn militia, and it's not just flash. Ole Miss ranks 24th in offensive efficiency, 21st in defense. Top to bottom, they're balanced like a blade. Meanwhile, Michigan State, yeah, they've got pedigree. Ken Pom's got M7th. Defense, 5th in the country, but they grind slow, 171st in tempo, and they don't have a shooter that scares you. Atkins leads them at 12.7. But he's colder than a Michigan winter, 29.5% from 3. Richardson's got the name. Fears has the flash, but they're freshmen. And freshmen in March, that's a coin flip with the devil. Ole Miss, they've been around. These are grown men. Beard stubble and bad intentions. And today's AI pick is Ole Miss plus 3.5. Take the points. Take the grit. Take the sniper with a senior's swagger and the SEC's bruising backup. Because this Sweet 16 ain't about survival anymore. It's about who's got the guts to own the room. Onto game 2.
You feel that? That ain't nerves. That's the buzz before a bar fight. Sweet 16, and Kentucky's knocking on the door like they've been here 1,000 times. Except this time, they're not wearing blue blood. They're wearing brass knuckles. Spread says Tennessee, 4.5. Total's sitting at 144.5. The book's got a favorite, but this ain't a tea party. Let's talk Kentucky. 4-2 against the number lately. 5-1 straight up. They've been running through opponents like it's personal. And it is personal. Especially when it's Tennessee across the line. Last 6 matchups? 5-1 ATS. 5-1 SU. They don't play the Vols, they own 'em. SEC games? Overs hit in 5 of their last 6. March games? 4-1 straight up. And when the calendar says Friday, 17-3 SU in their last 20. You hearing this? That's not a trend. That's a legacy. And here's the kicker. When Kentucky's the underdog, which they are tonight, 15-5 ATS in the last 20. That's not just value, that's disrespect. Now let's switch sides. Tennessee, big bad Vols. Number next to their name, public love in their corner. They're 5-1 SU in their last 6. I'll give 'em that. They win. But when it comes to covering, they're 4-8 ATS in their last dozen. That's slipping on your own shoelaces when it counts. Yeah. The total's gone over in 5 of their last 7. But against Kentucky, the unders cashed in 6 of the last 8. So what does that mean? This ain't your average SEC shootout. This is trench warfare. Vols are 4-1 SU in March. Solid. 4-1 ATS on Fridays. Consistent. 7-1 SU as a favorite. Dangerous. But stats without context? That's a loaded gun with no safety. You want to know the truth? Every one of Tennessee's trends screams control. But Kentucky? Kentucky thrives in chaos. They don't just cover. They crash the damn party. They come in uninvited and leave with your best bottle. This ain't about numbers anymore. It's about guts. And Tennessee's bringing a clipboard to a fistfight. And today's AI pick is Kentucky plus 4.5. The Wildcats ain't here to participate. They're here to break the bracket and light a match on the favorites parade. The books think this is checkers. But Malachi? Malachi's playing chess with dynamite. Elvis didn't flinch. Neither should you. Now grab your gear, game 3's coming, and it ain't gonna be pretty.
You ever notice how every time people start counting Michigan out, they end up bleeding from the mouth? Kind of like you did after our second wedding. They've won 5 straight Big Ten champs. They stomped A&M, barely broke a sweat, and Roddy Gale came off the bench and dropped 26 like he had a personal vendetta. You're probably drooling over Auburn again. I swear, Clyde, you always did have a soft spot for the shiny ones. Like that realtor in Tallahassee. But here's the truth. Michigan's got 2 giants, Golden and Wolf, both over 7 feet. Both built like they bench press Escalades. They take turns bruising big men like it's therapy. And Auburn? Couldn't cover against Alabama State. Creighton had them tied with 14 minutes left. That's your top seed? Please. Auburn's more smoke than fire, just like your promises.
You're so damn poetic when you're bitter. It's adorable. Michigan's on a run, sure. But you're mistaking desperation for destiny again, just like the second honeymoon. Auburn's the #1 overall seed for a reason. Ken Pom's got M 4th. They're ranked 3rd in offensive efficiency, 12th in defense. That's not smoke, sweetheart, that's controlled demolition. Johnny Broome, SEC Player of the Year. He can shoot, post, rebound. And look good doing it. And Pettiford, star freshman off the bench, put up 23 last game. He plays like someone who's already in the league. And yeah, they didn't cover against Alabama State. So what? Sometimes you coast when you know you're holding the bigger gun. But hey, you'd know a thing or two about coasting, wouldn't you? You practically slept through our first year of marriage.
You mean the year you were texting your ex during therapy? Yeah, I remember, but let's keep it on the hardwood. Michigan's ranked 13th in defense. Golden had 23 and 12 against A&M. Wolf's cleaning the glass with nearly 10 boards a night and still finds time to stretch the floor. And Gale? Don't act like that. 26 was a fluke. That kid smelled blood and went hunting. Auburn plays slower. Michigan speeds it up. You slow Michigan down. Fine. But you're also giving their bigs more room to work in the half court. That's like handing them a crowbar in a room full of fine china. Auburn may have the resume, but Michigan's got the scars. And sometimes, scars win wars. You should know. I gave you half of yours.
You always did know how to hit below the belt. That's why I married you. Twice. And today's AI pick is Michigan plus 9.5. Because Auburn might walk in wearing a crown, but Michigan's the one holding the blade. They're deeper than you think. Smarter than you want. And mean enough to make a top seed sweat. Now if you'll excuse me, Bonnie. Try not to burn down the house while I'm gone.
This one's got the smell of destiny. Or delusion. Houston. Purdue. Sweet 16. An 8.5-point spread and a total locked at 132.5. A war of opposites. Houston's defense is a damn fortress. First in the country, allowing just 58.4 points per game. That's not a number, that's a warning. Their offense? Efficient. They post 102.6 points per 100 possessions, 32nd in the nation. And when they hit hard. Cryer's the alpha, 15.6 points per game, 3.1 threes per night. He'll shoot until someone drags him off the court. Juwan Roberts owns the boards. Milos Uzan runs the offense like a general with a stopwatch. And defensively? Tugler and Sharp are wolves in the perimeter shadows. But let's not act like Purdue came here to lose politely. Trey Kaufman-Renn is dropping 20.3 a night and pulling 6.5 boards. He's built like a linebacker with soft hands. Braden Smith. 8.5 assists per game. 16 points. 4 boards. Leads the team in steals, threes, and composure. He's not flashy. He's surgical. The kind of player who ruins your bracket before you know what happened. And here's what you need to understand. Houston might be elite. But Purdue scores 77.7 per game and shoots 38.5% from deep. They're not scared. They're waiting. Yeah. Purdue's been tagged as the underdog by 8.5. But they've only been in that spot once this season. This ain't just about matchups. It's about belief. And today's AI pick is Purdue plus 8.5. The Boilermakers won't go quietly. Not tonight. Not in this bracket. They'll grind, hit shots, and make Houston fight for every inch. Now let's take a breath and look at what the AIs rolled out across this Sweet 16 battlefield. Recap of AI picks. Ole Miss Pulse 3.5 Kentucky, Pulse 4.5 Michigan, Pulse 9.5 Purdue, Pulse 8.5 You want the edge, you want the truth. You want AI picks spoken with fire, precision, and soul? Then like, subscribe, and join us again tomorrow, same channel. Different battlefield, because this is just the beginning.